Set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
To throw is Stafford. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go with McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian McCaffrey. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He finds some open field here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He'll air this one, and that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they will be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But they're out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
A 5-yard gain.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
29-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. They'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Saquon Barkley.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a play fake. Breeze. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
At the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
At the 26.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you've got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
At the 30-yard line.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 12. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's on the pickup.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Watch 54. Let's go.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside, Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
At their own 25-yard line.
If you know, that's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. Completes it to Miller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Number 22, Christian.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Complete.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Stafford's pass.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. It's caught. It's Miller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again at Stafford. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Myers set to kick off.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Taken in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because Now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Breeze to the flat. That's caught. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Now Breeze on 3rd down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stafford. He gets this one to Boyd. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense there. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Good.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a 1-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was brought down.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
No gain on.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
To Miles Boykin. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jaguars 13.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They get this out left, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Jacksonville.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Stafford, he'll air this one out for Boyd. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Going right side here, and that's complete. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. So he missed his first two, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead.
Makes the score Packers 27, Jaguars 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach...
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford. And some room to work. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
22,
Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Short throw to Disley, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Stafford's pass intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. Slide 9. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Check. 21, 21. Check, 53. Mike. Watch the out, watch the out.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Saquon Barkley, incomplete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Breeze is looking to throw. Oh, he's going to look downfield for... And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.